unknown powers. He kind of like sighs and he like shifts around in his coat. He looks visibly uncomfortable on the stage.
Nigella is kind of taking notes in her journal while this happened. And
What a good girl.
She's writing it like specifically in Goblin.
Ooh.
So like her entire journal is just like it's all in Goblin, and then occasionally there's like parts in Thieves' Camp that are like extra secret. But,
oh shit! Wait, they're in Thieves' Camp? I can read that.
Yeah. What about Thieves' Camp?
I can read that.
Not allowed.
And they're both like, oh my god, we can read Thieves' Camp.
Oh my god.
Wow.
We're buddies. We should pass notes to each other.
Oh, that's so cute.
And he kind of just like continues on. He mentions one other place that had a little bit elaborating on with your friend Radirez, but you don't recognize it. And he's like, awake, doing as their regular business as usual, which is not the worst thing in the world. Apparently, Frostbreath is having problems with an ice dragon over there. Gonna need some very skilled adventurers for handling that situation. He grimaces a bit. Apparently, the people of Badlands been a bit antsy lately. We're not sure what, but a student of mine came to me after their exploration of the Badlands and said that they were met with a lot of aggression, and they all seemed very uneasy in the town. And typically, that town is one of the nicest towns I've ever been to. I'd hate to see them struggling with something. And as far as it goes for Vahara, not much word from them. It's a bit hard to hear news from the farthest city. But I'd like to assume that things are just fine there as well. And then like a couple of questions go by and stuff. People ask questions here and there. More so like for elaboration on things. Is there any questions you gobos want to ask? Because you see people raise their hands and then their question gets answered.
Oh, I don't think I'd be like. I don't think she would want to draw any attention to herself. So I don't know if I would ask a question.
Makes sense.
I think Nigella's gonna listen in to see it, like not like personally ask, but see if any like questions are asked about like the armed boat situation or the ice dragon situation, just to see if somebody else asks the questions, but she also doesn't want to draw attention to herself.
Someone asks a question about the ice dragon the situation, but the only question they ask is where is it, and he responds saying it's on the left side of Frostbreath in the ice woods. But that's all you really get. Nobody really else asks about the armed boat situation or anything like that.
Is there anything going on where Fitz is from? I forgot where Fitz is from.
Fitz is from Weave, and it seems that lately they've been having problems with the regular wildlife becoming more dangerous, and they've had to reinforce the walls and everything. But nobody really asks a question about that. It seems a little bit self-explanatory to people.
Mm-hmm. Do they say anything about problems going on in Enchantium itself? Or is this just about the outside world?
Just about the outside world. There was nothing really mentioned in Enchantium besides that kooky old lady missing her pie, and it's never missing.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. We picked the safest spot. This is so good.
Is the pie any good?
No, raise your hand.
No.
Is the pie any good?
Pie good.
Honestly, Anon wants to know about the pie so goddamn badly, but he knows not to ask questions.
It's like clutching his seat, like, I want to know about the pie.
This is the most laissez-faire fucking press conference I've ever heard of. Very just like it's fine. Everything's like I'm sure it's fine. I would be immensely concerned if I was a reporter and I heard like a public conference and then say like I'm sure it's fine.
Fine. That's pretty much what some people hear. Like they're like, "Oh, I'm sure it's fine." It's like they hear about it and they're like, I do not see."
Oh my god. I think Bolt will telepathy to Cobalt. Do you know who that guy is?
That guy. Oh, his name is Professor Marble.
Sorry. Professor Marble? Sorry, I'm on coffee.
You're fine. Yes, his name is Professor Marble. He is the royal scientist and also royal, I wouldn't say advisor, but he definitely does give a lot of advice to the ruler here. He's been alive for many years. He's been alive since the Radiant Wars.
How is that possible?
We are not sure. I remember back in Huberstone, there was a bit of concern about the professor. Some people might have even thought that he was part goblin, but
She kind of has like a look of recognition on her face when she says that.
I'm not entirely sure.
Do you think that it's more than just rumors? I just looking at him, I thought maybe he might be a goblin, but I wasn't sure. Or at least part goblin.
Well, it possibly could be more than just a rumor, but it is factual that he has been alive since the Radiant Wars. Did you think about talking to him after the show?
I mean, maybe I came here to meet smart people and to learn more, so we can eventually get everyone out. But I'm not going to just tell them all that. I'm not stupid.
Of course. But maybe you can try and... Maybe he might even recognize you all.
What?
Recognize
would
that you're
he?
goblins?
Oh, maybe. Do you think he's like the night guest? Do you think maybe he wasn't a goblin and got turned into one? I know that there's radiant magic here.
Oh yeah, is Casper with us, by the way?
He's like
Is
invisible.
Casper with us?
I can-
He's always been invisible. You can always
Okay.
just assume he's here somewhere.
Great.
He's vibing. I can find him if you want.
Yeah, you can
'Cause
find him.
I can burn a detect magic and find that bitch if you want to find him.
No, it's good. I'm just curious.
Okay.
Mhm.
You just
I
reminded
can,
me.
I
Hmm.
can
never
always
mind, go on.
use magical awareness to find his ass if necessary.
Yeah, nice.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Get
Yeah,
his
I was gonna
ass.
say, get
No.
him.
Get him.
No,
Get
no
him.
spell slots necessary.
Beautiful.
Get him.
There you go.
Boom. Okay. I mean,
Go on.
I don't want. I feel bad for like interrupting the conversation, but is the invisibility like a ghost ability, or is it like just a spell? Because I was wondering if it's a ghost ability, if she could see him anyway.
It is a ghost ability, and you can probably see him.
Amazing. She's like, I got my eye on you.
He's kind of like standing right by the door. He's just tense.
Yeah, she just keeps looking over at him every now and then.
It's like, what are you looking at?
You bitch.
You bitch. Have you thought of possibly... I'm sorry, I don't know if you know how to write in Goblin, but if you do, maybe you could write something in Goblin and ask him to read it, and if he understands it, maybe that might be a bit of a lead.
Me?
Do I know how to write in Goblin?
You probably know how to write in Goblin.
Okay.
I'd be shocked if you didn't.
Yeah, she probably does.
I mean, okay. I just, what if he's not trustworthy?
Well, then you'll deal with him like how you dealt with me, won't you?
I'm not. Maybe.
She kind of like looks away at this point. She like looks back at the stage. It seems like at this point, everything ends and he's like privately talking to some people for a while. And like most of the people that were just here to attend it, probably for like homework or something, are like leaving. And it's a couple minutes go by. I'm assuming you guys kind of just like sit there and like try to wait until like everybody's gone, until like him. But eventually everyone is gone and he's still in there and he's kind of just like picking up papers and stuff.
Should we go talk to him?
Yes. Do you want me to ask questions, or I can ask any stupid questions, and you ask smart questions?
I guess. I can try and write something. I have an idea.
I don't even have paper.
Oh, Angela, could I maybe borrow a piece of paper? I just want to write something.
You know, this journal was very hard to come by, right? No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. And she tears a piece of paper and hands her pen.
Okay. What should I write?
Hello. Maybe that's a good start.
Okay.
She's gonna write hello in Goblin.
It's using his old token. Give me a second. Not that one. That one's scary.
Do you...
Am I able to see her journal, by the way, when she gives me a piece of paper?
You'd
I don't know.
probably, if you did, you'd probably only see like the notes from the press conference.
Mm-hmm.
But you'd probably also see that it's like halfway to 3/4 full.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
You must write a lot.
I mean, there's not much to do when you live in a cave.
I guess. What do you write? Is it notes?
Yeah. Some things here and there. Mostly like notes on things you eat, woods, things that grew around the cave, things that help me keep track of my memories. You know, those sorts of things.
Okay. I guess it wouldn't be about the mines. You know, you haven't been there in a long time.
I try to remember the mines.
Yeah. Okay. We can talk to him. We'll just show him this. I want to see if he can read it.
And she's gonna hand Anam the piece of paper.
Okay. I ask him to read this?
Yeah, it's in Goblin.
Can Anam read this or not?
Can Anam read?
DM?
Probably not.
Okay. It's like, what
I thought
does
the whole
it
thing was he
say?
couldn't read.
But what does it say?
It just says hello, but it's in Goblin. It's kind of like a test.
Okay.
I will begin to saunter down the auditorium towards the stage. Is he alone or not?
No, he's alone. He's
Okay.
like gathered up some papers and stuff and he's like holding them. And he looks just about almost ready to go until he notices that you're approaching him. And he stops and he like looks at you.
Is anyone else following me down?
I am, but I'm trying to like hide behind your legs.
I'm gonna give him a small wave and then walk up.
Like, hello. It was a very nice speech. Can you read this?
And I'm gonna hold out the paper like with both hands.
You notice as soon as like you walk up to him, he's a lot taller than you thought from in the back where you
Mhm.
guys are sitting, and he is as tall as you.
Okay, damn.
And he like looks at the paper that you're handing him and he blinks his one eye and he takes the paper and he like squints the one eye. And then he like looks back at you and he's like, it just says hello.
You can read it. Okay.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can read it.
Are you...
Hold on, I'm gonna make a roll real quick.
Oh god.
Oh my god! Straight up ask him, "Are you a goblin?"
Yeah, hey, that's what he's gonna do. If
Oh god.
1 to 10, 10 to 20. Okay, he doesn't do it.
You're a very good reader. Okay. Do you know why they haven't attacked the Hubris Stone place?
Attacked Huberstone.
Yeah, where they're doing experiments.
And he like blinks and he's like, I didn't say anything about experiments. Just illegal activity.
Illegal activity, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I grab the paper and move away.
Yeah, you see him like
Venom.
squint his like one eye, his like yellow eye, and he's like squinting and looking at you now.
What
Hmm.
does Bolt say anything or not?
Oh, I thought you were moving away, and so she was gonna freak out because she's not behind your legs anymore.
He would pick Bolt up unless she says and then she tries to talk to him or something like that.
Oh my god, so he's just holding her by the armpits and she's staring at him.
Wait, did we all
No,
like
even better. He picks her. He's gonna turn around. What do I do?
What? Hello? Hi?
She like is looking behind his pant like up at Professor Marble, who's fucking huge.
Oh, this
Hello
is
there.
Professor Marvel.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
missed that name. Fuck. Okay.
Hello.
So, you're able to read that?
Yes, I'm able to read Goblin. Why?
Oh,
Her face goes like pale.
why do you know how to read that?
Yeah, for sure. He's kind of like looking at you, and then he like looks at Anam, and he just like. Then his like eye, it's not like squinty anymore. It like opens up more wide, and he's like, and he like kneels down to like kind of be at eye level with you, and he like,
She is shaking like a leaf.
and he holds out like a big like paw. There's like, it's like a huge ass fucking like cat paw, and he's like, well. I'd like to ask you the same thing.
I asked first.
I guess that is fair. You did ask first. I'm pretty confident that you and me are the same thing. I am a goblin, so I can read goblin.
I was right.
New friend.
His ears kind of like perk up and he smiles at you. Now, this is
How
rather
did you-
curious.
Yeah, how did you get out? Well, I mean, you've been alive for a long time. Maybe it didn't even exist.
Well, kind of like looks around. Do you want to go to a more private place to talk?
Yeah.
She looks over at the rest of them.
Anam is just chanting "new friend."
You're a friend. You're a friend.
Oh my god, I love him so much.
He like
Yeah,
stands up straight again.
Maybe that would be for the best.
Very well.
Should we get the others?
Of course.
Yes, yes.
You have friends. And he like looks around. And then he notices
Jella
the ones in the
waves.
back. Oh my.
Anam starts counting his friends on his fingers.
I don't think she thinks we're friends. But yeah, kind of.
He's just going backwards. He starts with Professor Marble, and then goes to Atlas and then Zwarte and Squishy Friend.
They're not here.
And just order. And
No,
no,
I
he's,
think in his brain.
Oh,
he's
okay.
just counting his friends and going backwards on his fingers. And like order he's met them.
Yeah, Professor Marble watches you do that, but he's like smiling. You can tell he's very curious and interested. Very well then. I can take you all back to my study if you'd like.
Anam nods. He's gonna wave at everyone else to come down.
Nigella's gonna grab Casper and drag him with
Oh
her.
my god.
Should we should get Rose.
So it's just chilling in their chair.
Did your bros come with? thought
No, I
went
said
somewhere else.
Rose was going. Yeah, I said Rose was going somewhere else.
And dang.
Bug, can we go grab her?
That was in text. Sometimes I miss text, so
Yeah, that's okay. I said she was gonna. She basically slipped away from everyone, and she's going to go to. She was going to go to the dock to look for Gondra.
okay. So we can go to them real quick before everybody else leaves. If anyone else has anything else to say to Professor Marble or anybody else.
Nah, I'm good.
Right. So it roll me intelligence to try and find the dock.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Jesus Christ, Bolt.
Not even like Bolt, because you guys aren't going to the dock. I'm just jumping to like Rose first.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to us to try to find.
No, you're
Rose.
fine.
Oh fuck.
Well,
Good
Wait,
job,
did you roll
Rose.
this? Oh, you have a +0. Okay.
Rose, you're kind of just like wandering around the town you've never been in. Trying to look for any kind of dock, but you get hopelessly lost, and you're kind of just like, you find yourself in the middle of a very busy area instead.
Just depends on how you spend. You can
Okay,
get inspiration from
I should try,
cartoons.
possibly,
Did you see that?
oh
Whoa!
my god,
Or
yeah, totally.
sometimes the
What what can you see around?
Hey guys, this is Posty.
So basically, I put your token over where you end up wandering. You end up wandering pretty far. You're in the middle of what you could assume is like a market. There's a lot of carts and stuff, and people doing trade, and then some people exchanging things like those shiny gold coins for items.
Today, by the way. Are you doing okay? The red lips are on point, yes, and I brought it with me so in case we need to touch it up, but
I guess she's
Red
gonna
lips.
go to like one of the carts and see if there's anything interesting there.
You walk up to one of the carts, and it's kind of just like they're selling these weird, looking kind of food dishes, but it smells really good. They're all in like these little bowls.
Yeah, gonna try take one of those.
What the fuck? The person at the cart kind of just slaps your hand and is like, "Hey, you have to pay for that."
I do.
Yes. What? Where did you come from? You're supposed to pay for things you want. It's like that every part in the world. I don't. And he just like face palms. Are you just trying to pull a fast one on me?
No. He kind of just like blinks there. He's just smiling. No, it was just smelling.
Are you sure? Because it kind of looks like you were trying to steal.
No, why would I ever do something like that? That would just be so rude.
Well, you were trying to take it without giving me money.
I totally have
Good thing
money.
we didn't
I
do a
just
prediction.
left
Yeah,
it
let's
at
do a
home. Yeah,
prediction
that's where I
now.
put it.
Roll me deception.
That's true. That's true. They kept the color.
One step ahead, old Vulcan.
They kept the color. So
This gets arrested. Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Fucking dies.
That game. It makes sense for him to have that logo against Dig and just in
They
general.
kind of
the jailbreak.
Just again.
They kind of just raise their eyebrow, and then they shake their head and they're like,
kicking one away, but I think he's just gonna be
just
left for dead.
go away before I
And that
call the
does go to
guards
his fin.
over.
Gets that kill, and Perks is slowly
Don't
coming
do
back in
that.
somewhere.
Don't do that. And
top
she
lane.
puts the bullets
Okay,
down
I
and
think
she's kind
maybe-
of
It's
get
a
a
2v1. It's a
camper
2v1.
away from them.
But
Fudge was involved.
still, it's kind of falling apart.
Yeah, now
for
everyone's
Dignitas.
kind
They
of like
had
looking
some
at you in the
gold lead,
market.
but
Okay, so we're all doing
Sorry, not
okay.
to change.
alright.
Could
And I
you
think
try
Ty,
and
you
do
could probably
another
pick whether
encounter
you want
to see
to
if you
have
can remember
Quinn
where to go
or,
to the dock?
Allie, since they've both been
Yeah.
introduced.
I think I'm gonna stick with Quinn because Quinn's got
Oh.
Yeah.
Same fucking roll. Oh my god.
You're still confused. You're like, I don't have any indicators for where the dock would be.
Since they've both been
It's like,
introduced.
and she's gonna go up to someone and like tug their arm.
They like look down at you and they're like, the thief is trying to steal from me too. Where are the guards?
No. I just want to ask a question.
Allie, since they've both been introduced.
By hugging on me and just trying to put your hands in my pockets, probably? Yeah.
No, my hands are no near like your pockets up. No.
They're like squinting at you.
She's pointing back at them.
Guards! Guards!
No. She's gonna try and leap up and cover them mouth.
Oh my god. They kind of like push you away and then like visibly all the people in the market start to like it starts to get louder and you didn't think that was possible in the market and some armored figures start coming out from the crowd. They're like, hey, what's going on here? Get your hands off of them.
And so like let go of him and be like, okay, I'm done. My hands are up.
Now, what is your business?
I am just trying to find a place.
Did you really have to cause this much ruckus if you're trying to find a place?
Nobody will talk to me and they say I'm a thief. I am not a thief. Well, I would never do such a thing.
Okay. Well, then what are you trying to find?
The dog.
They kind of the guards kind of just like look at each other and they look like irritated and they're like, oh, the dock. It's not that hard to find.
I don't know. This place is so sparkly and confusing. I don't know how anyone finds their way around here.
Oh. And they kind of just like point in a direction. And they're like, if you go towards the south and then just keep going a bit southwestern, you'll find the dock. And they just like point in an area and they just point in like that direction.
Alright, thank you. And she's just gonna jump before they like stop her or anything.
They kind of just like look at you for a while before turning around and going back to their own business.
Yeah. Okay, so she's just gonna go the way they pointed and kind of just like trying to like to not draw any more attention to herself as much now.
Okay, you kind of like weave through all like some of the houses here. Then you find a place with like a couple boats. And you do see like a big wooden dock. It's not a very big enhanced dock. It's just a small one. You get the feeling this isn't probably the only dock, but it's one of them.
She's gonna like lean down to the water and look if she can see any of the fugitives
You kind of just like sit there for a while, trying to like look and see if you see Gumdrop anywhere, if he arrives anywhere. And so far, he doesn't seem to really be around anywhere.
She's like, after sometimes she get a bit impatient and she's like, this is not good, this is not good. And she's gonna like kind of just try and like she's gonna try and like force something in the water and kind of like anyone out there.
As you like talk in the water, a little like weird looking fish pops its head out of the water and just like looks at you.
Yes. Hello, friend. Have you seen any weird like someone like me, but
Chris?
Have you seen anyone like me, but with a mask?
You with mask. No.
Well, okay, minus the tail and like a little bit smaller.
No.
Could you keep an eye out? Maybe he can talk to you too.
And it like puffs up its cheeks and its body gets like big and spiky.
I can reward you if you do so.
It like deflates and it like looks at you.
She's like she's gonna like look in her pockets. I don't think she has anything in her pockets, so she's gonna like try and like, oh yes, I can make you something really cool, like really rare and special. If you can just keep an eye on him. I would never lie.
Probably deception.
Trying to lie to a fish, right?
Trying to lie to a fish.
I'm looking, there's nothing coming, so I went to go, and I didn't realise Carmen stopped and died.
The fish kind of just like looks at you, and then it does like a small little nod and it creeps back into the waters.
You know what I mean?
She's like, okay, that's can she make an intelligence check to see if she remembers where that like weird death thing?
What was it?
You know the thing they found like that dead body in the cave that was some creature. She wants to go like investigate that if she can remember if
by herself.
By herself, yeah.
Man. Alright. Roll me intelligence.
I turned it off, started it again. Fine. Right, so
yeah, that's the way you came in, so you remember where to go?
She remembers where death is. So yeah, she's gonna hit there, wherever that is.
Okay. But before we jump to that, we're gonna jump back to the other party. I'm assuming they all went with Professor Marble to his study, correct?
That was the plan.
Alright,
I was
so
gonna
you guys
try to grab Rose, but
you want to try and look for her?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mention that
and I
to
figure
like...
Vince is probably with us too, yeah?
Yeah, he's with you guys. He's hanging out. Well, no, he's not actually with you guys.
Yeah, he's not, but...
Yeah, no, he's hanging out with friends.
Yeah.
He's hanging out with his cool friends.
Oh,
We're not good enough for Fitz anymore.
He's like, I'm gonna go hang out with my cooler friends.
As soon as we got to the land, he ditched us.
Uh-huh. Does Bolt say anything about finding Rose to anyone?
Yeah. She said beforehand, like, we should probably talk to her, like, find her in order to get everyone filled in on what's happening.
Okay.
And the pervert ditched us, so he can learn later.
You're with a pervert?
Yes.
Fitz is just a fancy person. He is not a pervert.
Are they a pervert or are they a fancy person?
They're a fancy
I'm getting
person.
mixed answers.
Well, I mean, when we met, he took his pants off about 3 times, so I think that he is a pervert.
Oh.
His pants were dirty, I think, right? Yes.
I will
Well,
defend Fitz.
If
Why
my
you
pants
call
were dirty, I
him a
don't take them off.
pervert is because he undresses himself on occasion.
Well,
Don't
I won't
you
judge
ever
a
take your
character.
clothes off?
Not
I
in front of other
do.
people.
Yes, not in front of other people. But I will not judge his
That's
character, considering I have not met him personally myself. But,
It's
your
okay.
friend.
I'll
He's
judge
a
him for
fancy
you.
lad. Apparently, he's famous, like a famous musician or something. You might have heard of
Famous.
him.
Should we? So are we gonna go try and
Fitzroy.
find?
Yeah, we're walking and talking. Right.
Do you know what, their performer name was?
Do I remember what his
Did
performer
he
name
even
was?
tell us?
He's
what his
never
real
mentioned
name
his
was? I
performer
don't think
name.
he did. Yeah.
I don't, but you would know him as this cool halfling guy who is really talented at music.
He performed as a halfling. Yes, yes.
Kind of like rubs his chin. He's like, well, there is quite a bit of halfling performers, but
They were
Great.
reported missing recently.
recently. Ah, yes. And then he's like scratching the bit of like the tuft of like fur on his forehead. And he's like, what was their name? I had to like click on a sheet.
It doesn't matter as long as you're vaguely aware.
Well, I want to know what his performer name is. So
It was something Darius, Lord Darius, I think.
Oh. I think he told us his name was like really long. It was like Fitzwilliam Marius Darius something.
If my memory is serving me right, I think his performer name was Lord Darius.
what a boring performer name. I just call him Fancy Lad. He should be the Fancy Lad performer from now on.
Oh, I
That's
remember.
better.
His real name is Fitzwilliam Darius Marius Remington the First.
Wow.
That would make sense then. That's quite a long name.
Very long. Many names. I did not have a name.
Oh. Wow. And he like his ears visibly like kind of like tilt down when you say that.
Now
I'm
you have a name.
terribly sorry.
Oh, it's fine. I have a name now, so it's all good.
We all have names.
Well,
They
that's good.
don't give us names, but we picked one out, I think, each.
Now, I'm not entirely sure what goes on where the goblins are all being held, so you may have to elaborate on certain points for me with that. Your friend, do you have any idea where they were going?
To the docks, I think.
Docks. Do you know what they were going to? Which docks? We have 2 docks.
Oh, no.
Oh my.
It's not good.
Well, we can check the ones by the gate first. And you guys kind of like travel on over through the town. It's really busy this morning. And you guys make it to these docks.
Mhm.
But you don't really see Rose anywhere. Unless actually everyone roll me a perception check, because I'm thinking of timelines and I'm thinking that Rose would be walking. So
16 on my rose check. My rose radar.
my Rose radar.
My Rose radar is a 7, unfortunately.
We just need to get pagers, like fantasy pagers.
Oh my god, yes.
Yes.
Sending stones, but better.
So only 2 of you are gonna look?
I looked, and
Yeah, I
failed,
know.
so-
I know.
Oh yeah, sorry. Would Nigella or anyone else?
Nigella
like to
don't give a
make check?
shit.
Nigella's like, I don't give a shit.
What are we checking? We're trying to find Rose, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're doing investigation?
Perception.
Perception. I got you. 16.
Hey, I got the same roll.
Hey. Okay, so 16. Rose, are you just like walking regularly to the gate?
Yeah, I would say so. I wouldn't think she would be in any hurry or anything.
Alright, so as you guys are kind of like walking to the docks, you do notice a red-haired, smaller person walking towards the gate.
Oh, does anyone point her out to me?
Yeah. I think that's Rose.
I just yell, "Rah!"
Oh my god.
Just as loudly as he can.
Professor Marble winces.
Bolt also winces.
Would Rose hear that?
I'm sure she would. They're within seeing distance and he is screaming loudly.
Her ears are gonna flinch out and she's like, oh no, they're coming for me. Oh, wait. And she looks around and sees them and like, oh.
He's just waving furiously both arms.
She's gonna like start heading back and be like, it's the conference done. And then she's gonna blink at Professor Marble and be like, in her head, like, oh, did we adopt another goblin?
What's your intelligence? It's 10.
Yeah, 10. Probably.
I'm gonna say he probably doesn't look like a goblin to you.
Yeah, so she's kind of like blinking at this stranger and she's like, new friend?
New friend, yes.
And Vanam's gonna like lean down like super conspiratorially and be like,
he can be goblin.
and then he just gives her 2 big thumbs up and backs away.
Oh my god.
She's just like, whoa,
I'm so sorry, by the way. Anam is just my excuse to be a dumbass and be silly.
I love Anam.
So good. Like, okay. What are you guys doing now?
What did she say?
She said, what are you guys doing now?
What are we doing?
Yeah, what are we doing now?
Well, I wanted to find you first, but we're going to talk to him about what happened. I think maybe.
Is that a smart idea?
I don't know.
She's going to squint. She's going to squint at the stranger and be like, okay. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. She's avoiding talking about anything with the dog because she doesn't want to disappoint anyone.
Might I ask, what was it that you were intending to do, dear,
I was going to look at a place. It doesn't matter.
2,400 pounds on the road.
Well, it sure seems important to you. What place was it? If it's private enough, we can talk there.
Oh, I guess it was quite private. Okay. And she's gonna like lean over to Bo. I'm going to check out that thing again. That weird thing we found.
Why?
I want to see what it is.
That's not a good idea. What
What
if it gets out? It's
Then we
angry.
I think it might be useful to find out.
She kind of like gulps. I mean, maybe we can look at it. Do we want to bring him to look at it? Maybe we can do it later.
We could do it later. Don't worry. And then she's gonna look at the guy. No, actually, no. It was very busy. Let's go somewhere else.
Oh, well. All right. So to my study then.
Yes, to the study. That's where's Mom. Yeah.
Dragging Rose. Come here.
Yeah.
Go over here.
Get over here.
We're not
Alright,
letting
and
you
you guys
die off screen. God damn it.
Yeah, that'd be so awful.
dies off screen. Okay, so he leads you through the neighborhoods. You guys are in a very neighborhoody kind of place right now. So every house you pass, there's like a yard and everything, and sometimes people are working on it. And you guys head on over to a big looking kind of tower-ish with like kind of like a house built onto the front. And he moves on in front of it and he's like, well, this is my home. My home is as good as your home. And he like smiles at you.
His home is this giant tower?
Uh-huh.
Holy shit.
It's fucking professor is almost like fucking royal advisor status, like my guy.
Bolt
This
is
is
just
a
like
very, very
staring
big
up at
house.
this giant building.
Sorry, go ahead. My bad.
Oh, no. She's just staring up at this giant building.
Now, do mind, I do have children, but, they're asleep, so let's try and be as quiet as we can.
Okay.
I also do have a roommate upstairs, and he grimaces at that a bit.
Can I insight check that?
Insight check? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I have no idea what the fuck he means. I got a 4.
I'm gonna do
Yeah.
it. I'm gonna inside check. Give me 1 minute.
DB12500 and put the rest of it.
Rose, you get the feeling like when he mentions roommate and he like grimaces, he's like, yeah, he does have a roommate, but he probably doesn't want them to be their roommate.
Rosie's gonna like let out a little chuckle and she's like, oh, there's a story there.
A bad roommate.
Roommates.
Okay, so he kind of like opens the door with his keys and he like opens the door and he holds it open for all of you. And then as soon as you guys
garden last.
Yeah. As soon as you guys go inside, you notice it's very messy. There's like once you enter, it's kind of like what you saw with your good friend Atlas and Zortes' house, but it's bigger and there's more stuff everywhere. There's like a coffee table and like some sofas and a chair or two. And a bunch of bookshelves, but not even all of the bookshelves can contain just how many books are in this first level of the house, because there are stacks of books on the floor. There's some on chairs. Some of them look recently a bit moved. And then like kind of like on a desk in the corner, there's like a couple of like glass vials. They're just empty.
Nam is like nudging Bolt constantly, like, hey,
Yeah.
Look,
I see it.
we found
there's
your
a
heaven.
lot- There, what's a heaven? There's a lot of books here.
This is the most books I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh yes, I'll admit, sometimes I do buy a bit more than I need.
It's incredible. No.
Oh, do you like to read?
Yes. I think Nigella's probably read like 3 books in her entire life.
Oh my god.
Probably, yeah.
Bolt,
You've read
Bolt
The
is
Magical Treehouse.
So she just whatever Radiris and Mary has given to her, but she
They probably
she-
gave you a dictionary and you probably read the whole thing.
oh yeah, all common words. She's got a very strong vocabulary.
Oh my god.
Nam has both his arms crossed, and he's pointing to different people. He's like,
Nigella can read and write, and Rose is gonna teach me how to write, and Bolt can read really well, and she's smart and understands things.
then he's just gonna broadly gesture. He's like, and they would all like to read your books.
Rose is trying to keep a very confident face, but she is quite annoyed.
Oh my god.
The professor kind of just like smiles at all. He's like, well, I'm glad to hear that some of you can write and read. If any of you don't know how to, I can definitely teach you.
Nam's hand just shoots up into the air.
Oh yes, you, young man, I can teach you.
Okay.
He's very excited.
We'll do that about another time, though.
Rose
I have a
is
feeling
letting
that
out a
I'm
silent
going.
sigh.
I have a feeling that we will be seeing each other pretty commonly.
And I'm just claps.
Nigella's gonna look at what's on the shelves.
There's like a lot of on the shelves, kind of like on the first floor, it's a very mixed bag here because you get things like astrology, and then you get like something like equations and stuff, and then you get like a book that says like enchanting magics and stuff like that. It's just a very mixed bag, so if you're looking for a specific book, you kind of just have to tell me.
She's gonna look for like anything that has to do with, I think, either like politics and or ghosts.
Politics and or ghosts.
Broad category.
You find a book on politics and ghosts in the same book. I'm just kidding.
Politics. Yeah.
Ghost politics.
Ghost politics.
Roll me investigation.
Okay. Investigation.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn my fan on.
Investigation. That's a 21.
Okay. And what did you get for investigation?
21.
21? Awesome. Okay, so you were actually able to find a book on ghosts, and it says spirits and beyond. And the second book you find, you actually do manage to find a book on politics. Let me do something. Okay. You find a book on politics about Huberstone. Those are the two books you find.
She's gonna immediately start reading the one, like, just completely ignoring everyone, is just gonna, like, push past and, like, sit down wherever there's a place to sit down and start reading the one on politics on Huberstone.
Okay. And I will tell you what that says in a bit.
Of course. It's gonna take her a minute.
It's gonna take a hot second. Alright, and is anyone else doing anything?
Bolt is kind of looking over you said there was like stuff in like beakers or like test tube stuff?
There's nothing in them, but there is like test tube stuff and beakers and stuff on one of the desks in the main room.
She looks over them like kind of nervously and looks up at Professor Marble.
Do you make potions? What are these for?
Oh, yes, they are for potion brewing. I do that on occasion.
Oh, I'm learning how to make potions.
Oh, are you now? And he like smiles and he's like, what is the first one you have learned about?
It's a potion of climbing.
And she's gonna actually fish it out of her bag and like show it to him.
He like kneels down and he like holds his paws out.
She like puts it in his paws. She tries to put it in his paws without touching his hands.
He carefully takes it from me and he like looks over it and just nods sometimes and then like does certain motions with it. He even like scrapes like a little bit of like, he like runs his claw over one part of it and he's like, yep. Yeah, this is a potion of climbing. You made it very well. And he like hands it back to you.
Oh, thanks. But I mean I didn't make it myself. Well, I learned how to make it myself, but I didn't teach myself.
Who did you learn it from? And Cobalt's kind of just been like standing in the way back of everyone. She's kind of been like hiding behind people, kind of ish.
Her. She kind of like gestures over to Cobalt.
She's been teaching me.
Nakarada, you should teach her how to make that long potion, the longevity, whatever that one was called that you gave me.
Oh, a potion of longevity.
Yes, you should teach her how to make those more so I can have more. And Nigella smiles and then goes back to reading.
She when we met her, she used to be even older. And she like kind of whispers that last part.
Oh. I see. Well, they're actually quite easy to make. It's more so the ingredients are a bit hard to come by. And he like stands up and he goes over to Cobalt. And might I ask, why are you accompanying this group of individuals? And he kind of like looks at the goblins and he looks at Cobalt. You're both very different. Cobalt kind of just like her mouth visibly like kind of does like a zip motion, kind of. She doesn't do a zip motion, but she like her mouth shuts tight and she like looks at the goblins.
We captured her to make her our friend. Because she is broken.
And then he walks up to Professor Marbles and he looks at his coloring finally, and he holds out his own arm, which is also black and white. He's gonna be like,
"Are we related?"
His eye widens. He's like,
yeah.
You know, I would not be surprised if we are related. And he like smiles very wide at you, and he's like, he seems very excited about that. He's like, oh, this is actually very exciting. I haven't seen anyone with my same coloration.
I just now realized that after looking at Professor Marvel's picture more closely. But yeah, Anam is able to navigate awkward social situations with his own dumbassness. God damn it!
I love him. Oh, we definitely have to look into it. Maybe we even are related.
That would be cool. Then I would have a brother, cousin, and more friends.
Definitely one of those. I have not had any children biologically, besides my 2, but that's a long story.
I don't know what everyone else wants to do, but Anam will start telling them about the caves and the experiments and all the goblins he's seen come and go.
I think, I think before he starts, Rose is gonna like, tap on the boat's shoulder and be like, we can go somewhere else if you don't want to like hear it. I know it makes you feel uncomfortable.
I mean, I already know that he's going to talk about it, so I'm already thinking about it. I'm always thinking about it.
Yeah, but we can keep in mind of it. Let's, and she's gonna pick up a random book. Like, let's go read this over here.
Okay. She'll grab a random book.
You go around there, fucking
Oh wait, hold
grab
on.
a book on cucumbers.
What if he's here? She looks around for Nightgast.
Right. Can you see him?
Hold on. Yeah. She's gonna cast Detect Magic.
You see that he's like right behind Nigella.
Hey. She looks directly at him. Don't touch anything. Or steal anything.
Okay. I wasn't going to. Okay.
I don't believe you. But okay.
Well, I wasn't going to.
Alright. Just don't. It's the same rules. Just don't do anything weird.
Fine. I wasn't gonna. But I wasn't thinking about it, but no. Yes.
Well, now you're thinking about it? She looks suspicious. Her eyes narrow.
No, I'm not thinking about it. No. Go do your thing. I'm not going to steal.
Okay. Nigella, he's right there. And she points to Nightgast.
Hal, you were muted if you're trying to talk.
She said she had to be right back in the chat.
Shit. I didn't see that.
Okay.
I just want Nigella to just grab him by the head.
Grab him. Get him.
Get him. Okay, yeah, she'll go with Rose.
House type. Okay. may
I
have an
totally
answer here in a
think
moment.
Rose trying to like, I totally feel like Rose, like, you know, even like they're reading something together vote or something, Rose would just kind of repeat it in a way to pretend to understand totally what she's saying.
Can I make like an insight or a perception check? Like, are Rose's like eyes even moving on the page when she's reading, or is she just staring at the page?
Yeah, make an insight.
Al says Nigella can't grab them, so.
Nigella
only 11.
grabs him.
Grab him.
You feel like she might be reading, but you feel like she probably doesn't move her eyes much when she reads.
Do you not like your book?
It's good. It's good.
What is it?
She looks over.
I don't suppose there's any pictures, but she could.
No, there's no pictures.
Now I need to think of how she can get herself out of this. It's a lot of words about a lot of words.
It's a book about cucumbers.
Okay.
Hey, Rose.
She points to a random word on the page. She points to cucumber.
What does this word say?
Oh crap! Why was she gonna do this?
Remember to carry that.
Can I do an intelligence to see if she can figure it out?
Sure.
Fucking demolished it. Ripped it straight off.
You can see that it's spelled cucumber, and you know it's pronounced cucumber.
Cucumber.
Okay. She's like, oh, I can't believe I didn't like. I thought that she couldn't read. Obviously, she can read. She just told me that it was cucumber. So she goes back to her book.
Oh my god.
She's like,
Okay, and we're gonna go to the Professor, Nigella, and Anam. And Anam, if you'd like, you can start explaining what you'd like to explain about like the tunnel system.
He's explaining like he's just rambling. He's talking about like all the goblins that he's seen come and go in the experiments. Professor Marvel can take that as he will. Like, he probably gets the sense that at some point Anam just stopped seeing them. And then he explains their escape. And basically, like, he just gives him like a recap of the adventures they've been on.
Okay. He like nods every time you mention a point. Like he's giving you his full attention. And he's got like his hands like kneaded together, and some parts he looks troubled, and as the story goes on and stuff, he looks a bit more and more upset. Oh my. I'm terribly sorry for all the trouble that you've all been through. And that everybody else has been going through still on that horrid island. I always had the assumption that there was something going on over there with the goblins, but I wasn't entirely sure. My research is very limited when it comes to Huberstone.
That's okay. Do you know why no one tried to shut the place down?
Oh, well, I at least know that. So, not to alarm all of you or anything, but goblins are rumored to be extinct through all of the lands. That they had gone extinct back in the Radiant Wars. So, as far as it goes, everyone's convinced goblins just no longer exist.
Oh. Is it a bad thing that we came back?
I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. What do you... Wait. No, he looks a little confused for a second, and he's like, okay, goblins didn't actually, they didn't actually go extinct. They were all just taken away. I wasn't sure for where for some time, but then I discovered it was Huberstone.
That's a lot of work for... Okay,
Anam is not wrapping his head around that very well.
They took away everybody?
Yes, it happened long ago. I was actually alive then. I started out as a goblin. That's what I was born as. It was right after the Radiant Wars, and several groups of, I'd say, poachers, whatever it be will, were just, gathering up the goblins in each and every continent, putting them on ships and taking them to places that I would not know. The Radiant War was able, right after it kind of changed people's appearances. Some of the goblins changed, but some of them didn't. But as far as I can tell, I was unnoticeable because all of my changes were very drastic. And he kind of motions to himself. People usually think I'm mostly tiefling. So I was able to escape.
How did you live so long?
That is a question I do not even know, but I have a working theory that it is probably all of the radiant magic that I possess, making me live longer than I'm supposed to.
How do you get some of that?
Well, you already have some of it, my dear. Every goblin, as far as I can tell, and he's looking over each and every one that he can see in the room. Goblins don't look like they are supposed to anymore, as far as I can tell by looking at all of you and remembering what each and every one from my tribe back then looked like.
What has Nigella learned from the book that she's reading?
From the book, you learned for the politics. You learned that because it's a very small book and it kind of dances over some information. On the politics Puberstone, there isn't actually that many politics. It's more so this is a kind of a book that's telling you that there are some unspoken rules from Puberstone, and that generally there is a rule of thumb that nobody can go there unless they have sort of a guide to bring them there. Because any ship going there that does not have a guide is typically taken out, and those people are never seen again. There's typically a lot of illegal activity on that island, so they don't really count it for things in generally the world and how money goes out and about, because they can't keep track of that. They just know that there is a lot of illegal stuff going on, and that there is really no politics whatsoever associated with Huberstone and any other island. Because it's a very hush-hush secret kind of operation rumor thing kind of going on in Huberstone.
Nigella's gonna write some notes on the leaves at the front and back of the book. The blank pages that usually are filled in. I mean, aren't really filled in. And just write a couple of quick notes, nothing crazy, nothing too in detail about the market that's there, the mines, and more specifics about what the quote unquote illegal activities actually are. Yeah, just to put it in the book so that it's written down.
Okay.
On paper. Yeah, that's all.
All right.
Okay. So, Cobalt said that radiant magic is dangerous, though, and that it corrupts people. does it not do that to goblins, or what?
And he kind of just like looks back at Cobalt and he like squints his one eye. I'm sorry. Where did they come from again? I didn't get back to that question before.
She was one of our captors, but we captured her, and we are, Nigella, what's the word? We redeeming.
The word for what?
Redemption? Redeeming. We are trying to redeem her and fix her.
Oh, yes. We're trying to make her feel again. She's also a very good source of knowledge, I think. Considering she was the assistant to the lead scientist, I think her father, if I'm correct. And yes, she is. You just wanted to get her away from the mines so that nobody else had to suffer at her hand, but also fix her. She seems to be quite broken.
As you guys kind of like talk about who she is, like his gaze has not wavered from her. He's like squinting his yellow eye and he's still like looking at her. And his pupil doesn't even move. It's just sharp and he is staring at her. Cobalt like notices this and she gets visibly uncomfortable and she kind of shifts a little bit behind everybody else. So you're telling me that all the stuff that you just explained, what happened to you and every other goblin, and them not coming back from certain experiments, and all of what you just told me, this one was a witness to, and even aided it?
Yes, but the thing is, she doesn't seem invested in causing us harm. So, in a way, maybe it's hard to have hope sometimes, but in a way, maybe she take a turn for the good in the future and also help us.
You see that he visibly takes a deep breath and he sighs. And then he just like looks away from her. Anyways. You all must be hungry, or are you all hungry? And by this time it's probably like sundown, probably.
Yes, I like to eat food and I like making food.
Oh, well, let it be me to make the food this time. You just sit down and you relax. I can't imagine what all of you have been through. Maybe go and check on your other friends and see if they are okay. I'm not entirely sure where they went, but I am going to go whip something up and some tea as well, if you all like tea.
Yes, I don't know what tea is, but I will eat anything. Also, one of my friends, Rose, is a vegetarian. I don't know what that means, but if you can find something for her to eat, that would be good. Oh, and Squishy Friend, and he pulls him off of his head, likes to eat bad food. So if you have any trash that he can eat, that would be good too. And he scrambles off to find Bolt and Rose.
They're not hard to find. I'm just reading books.
Yeah, just reading books in the corner somewhere.
Hi, Anam. Are you done?
Yes. I told him about the bad place, and
gonna kind of stop him before he says anything more. Yeah, we know. Well, what are you guys up to now?
Miss Professor Marble is going to make food now. And I told him about your eating thing, vegetarian. Yes.
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate that, but I might go out.
Wait. Now?
I think it would probably probably be best now. I think it might be quiet out there, and I won't draw any more attention.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't go alone. I don't really want to see it, but you shouldn't go alone. So I could come with you.
Well, if you're sure, but you should eat first. Let's get something to eat first.
The anxious one is right. You shouldn't really go off on your own. We don't know where we are, really.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I just didn't want to inconvenience any of your day.
It would be an inconvenience to me if you were dead.
I'm glad to hear that, but at least I don't
That
plan
came
on
out
dying.
bad.
What were you doing earlier, anyway?
Oh, she's like, Oh, I was she gets kind of a little uncomfortable, and she's like, I was looking for something. It doesn't matter.
Okay. That's fine. But just, is it dangerous? And risky?
I mean, the thing I want to find now, I am not sure. Earlier, no, I think.
Okay. All I ask is that you let us know if you're doing something risky.
Well, this has the potential. It's something strange me and Bo found when we came here. I wanted to check it out more. I think it could give us a better understanding on something that might have happened.
Okay. Please, if you need help, you can ask.
I'm not used to asking for help, honestly.
Okay, well, get used to
it. We kind of kept mostly to ourselves where it came from in the mines. Like, it was an interesting place, but I'll do my best to ask if I need it.
Right, you should ask for help. It's kind of nice sometimes.
Yeah. Rose, you help me a lot, so I can help you.
Thank you.
Sometimes I drop things and it's hard for my back to pick things up, and Gumdrop picks them up for me.
Yeah,
and it's very nice.
We're close to the ground, so.
You are very tall.
Exactly. But asking for help is a good thing.
Okay.
Nom tries to bend down to the ground just to check his back.
Well, okay, well, I want to check out this thing. It might be a little like, it might be a little strange. It's dead, but not.
Yeah, I don't think that's good. I wasn't able to talk to it.
It felt weird. I could feel like fur, but also scale.
I think Cobalt said that there was something called undead, where they're not alive, but they are.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's it.
Oh.
I don't think it would feel so weird.
I guess we'll find out. She looks nervous. Oh, wait. So you told him about the caves, right? Or the mines?
Yes. You're talking about where we came from?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you tell him about Cobalt?
Yes. Nigella and I tried to explain.
Wait. That doesn't look good on us, buddy, if we're holding someone captive. You probably shouldn't have said that.
He seemed okay with it, so.
At this point, I don't know how much of a captive she really is anymore. But
We're not
also,
stopping
he
her
seems
from
to
leaving, but
understand.
I kind of am, because I need her for the plan.
He seems to understand where we're coming from.
I still need her for the plan, and I need her to teach me potions, so maybe he could teach me.
We can all work together, I think.
She knows the layout. She can't go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we want to break out those other goblins, yeah, we definitely need her, as annoying as she is.
I did not tell him about the long-term goal. I should do that as well.
No. Anam, you've done
Anam.
enough. You've done enough.
I told him
Sometimes,
about the caves and our adventures. Yes.
sometimes we need to learn a little about others before we tell them a lot about us. It's okay to wait to say some things.
Anam is like physically holding it.
Do you think he's gonna hurt her? I shouldn't
think he
care, but I still need her.
Yeah, I don't think he necessarily is going to hurt her. I don't think that he would be opposed to hurting her based on his reaction, but he doesn't seem like he's determined to at any point in time in the near future.
You hold things back from bad people, but not from friends.
Yes, but sometimes it takes a while to learn to trust friends, especially new friends.
Yes, but
And
he's Goblin.
Yes, but so is Casper.
Yeah, he was a goblin when we first met him, and then he wasn't. We're not sure. Yeah, that's a tiny possibility. He could be using a disguise.
We can. Anam, what I'm trying to say is that sometimes we can trust with certain things right away, but sometimes some things are only said after trust is earned. And we just met this man.
Yeah, we were back.
Nom's like, fine.
Like, we trust each other. We have earned trust with each other. You can tell me anything. And Nigella smiles, maybe a little bit mischievously.
Anything.
But he's new. Let's wait a little while. Sometimes people don't always say what they mean. Remember what I said about the words? And how they don't always have the meaning of what they say?
How long are you supposed to wait? I mean,
it's a variable thing. It comes and it goes. How about this? Maybe if you don't want to count the days, you can always ask me first. That way you don't have to think too hard on it.
Anam is now looking at you with suspicion.
It's like, you are no in comparison to Cobalt and Rose, though.
That's true. Very good.
Holt squints.
I don't like this.
Now I'm just gonna sit down, looking for picture books.
I've just had my fair share of life experiences, my friend. It's always good to err on the side of caution.
So, I guess we're going to have food and then we'll go?
Food.
I actually kind of remembered something. I think maybe well, I don't know if he's a goblin. He might not be a goblin, but Night Guest. She's going to look over at him because I think detect magic is still up because it hasn't been an hour.
Yeah, he is right behind Nigella.
You.
What?
You weren't you maybe made in the tunnels? Maybe?
What makes you say that?
Well, when I was in there, I overheard a lot of things because, well, they didn't know that I could understand them, and they probably thought I was, I don't know, passed out or dead anyway.
Right, sorry, I'm back.
But I think I remember hearing about you at one point, now that I think about it.
I was not made there. Nope.
Why would you lie?
Because I wasn't made there. No.
Nigella just puts her hand on his head in a weird, like stern way, but also in a somewhat comforting way, if that makes any sense. Where it's like, speak up, but also chill out.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if you were, then we have more in common than I thought. It wouldn't be a bad thing.
Fine. I was made there. But why do you want to mention it, though?
Well, because we're thinking about maybe... Well, we are planning to break people out of there eventually, and, well, if you were made there, then I think you might want to help.
Maybe.
Do you like what they did? They never did anything nice to me.
This isn't about me.
I mean, we could probably find a way to help, your issue.
I'm... I don't really want to talk about myself. No. Not... I don't want to talk about myself right now.
You're really stubborn.
So are you.
Let's just let him get more comfortable. Let him warm up to the idea of it.
Right? Well, like I said, when I turned you into a goblin, which I don't know if I should say sorry for that because you were trying to hunt us down. You have no reason to hunt us or hurt us. We're on the same team now because you're a goblin, regardless.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, you don't have to be my friend or like me or anything. I don't expect you to like me. But that's just something to think about.
I've been thinking about it. I don't know how to feel.
Have you had any friends ever before?
The Night Guest did not need friends.
So you didn't have friends?
That's kind of sad.
I didn't need friends. People probably wanted to be my friend, but I didn't need them. So no.
Well, it kind of rolls her eyes.
Rose is gonna give a look to Anam and be like, I think he needs a friend.
John's PRP.
Oh.
Yeah. Since we're a team, I'll have to say, I don't think it was a smart idea to mention to that guy about what Cobalt did.
Well,
There's a
wasn't
reason
there
I'm
to stop
invincible.
Are you just worried that they might catch you again and that you're afraid of the consequences of if that happens? Or do you actually think that it was a bad idea?
What do you mean, catch me?
I think he's worried about the consequences of his own actions.
Are you trying to save your own ass?
Ah.
Or are you actually concerned about what it means to reveal what we know?
It's both.
Okay, we'll work on that, but right now we're trusting him, and you're stuck with us, so you have to trust us.
I don't know if that's how that works, because I don't trust that man.
Great.
Then you can be our backup plan. If he screws us over, you can, help us. And then
I
you
don't
can
think he's going to hurt any of you.
But he might hurt Cobalt, which is why I think we maybe shouldn't have told him that. But it's too late now.
I don't think, for the time being, that he is going to hurt Cobalt. I tried to, I don't know. I tried to defend her a little bit as best as I could. She makes it very hard.
She does.
But I did explain what our intentions with her were, and that she's a deep well of information, and also didn't seem invested in causing harm, which is a very good first step.
So, she's okay. She agreed to help me, at least. Help us.
Yes.
That's all I can really hope for.
We're trying to help her. But she needs to help herself, too. And Nigella gives her, like, a really strong side eye.
She's, like, kind of, like, sitting in the other room, kind of just, like, not looking at anyone.
That, and she knows pretty much everything that's going on, so it might be really dangerous to do anything other than to keep her around.
I honestly don't think she would do anything to hurt us. That's kind of her job, is to do nothing and to watch and to not help.
A man of knowledge knows when a strong source is necessary.
I hope so.
It's at this point that Professor Marble kind of, like, leans out of, like, the other room, and he's like, I finished making dinner. Would any of you like to come in? Or do you want to eat out there, or?
He seems nice. Let's go. Dinner!
Okay.
Yeah, let's just go with Nigella. I'm sure it will be fine.
Yeah, she's gonna follow.
Yeah, we'll just get a boulder.
Okay, everyone kind of, like, gathers up in, like, the other space he has for, like, dining. Also, I'm sorry if you hear screaming, from a
I
toddler.
couldn't tell whose mic that was.
Yeah, no, that's a toddler screaming downstairs.
Dude.
But, you guys go into the dining area, and there's a table and some chairs and stuff. And he's already kind of, like, set it up already for all of you guys. It looks like he's made, like, some kind of, like, soup. Soup! But there's a bowl at, like, every chair. He wasn't sure, how much people want to eat, so he just ended up just putting a bowl at every chair, even though there's, like, 10 chairs, but is there 10 people?
That's a lot. No.
Yeah, no, but, like, there's extra in case someone wants any. And he's like, feel free to sit anywhere you'd like. And he just like sits in his own chair.
Will like hesitantly take a seat, but she's going to expertly eat this soup because Fitz did teach them how to eat fancy.
Oh my god.
I think
We taught
Rose,
them about
like,
fine dining.
I think Rose, even though Mom said he mentioned she's gonna like investigate the soup, just to be sure.
Investigate the fucking soup.
Here, you want to investigate the soup? Okay, roll me investigation on soup.
I think I would do that too, actually. I'll investigate the soup.
Soup.
Soup check.
Nigel is
check.
also gonna have a soup check, if that's
Yeah,
okay.
soup check.
It's fine. You guys can have soup checks.
Anam is just drinking the entire soup. I don't know what's going on.
18.
They're checking the soup. 18?
Mm-hmm.
There doesn't seem to be anything off about the soup. You can kind of tell like what's in it. There's like you can see there's like chunks of like meat, and there's like these thick noodles and stuff, and a bunch of like of these other spices and such. It looks like a very good soup.
Wonderful.
This is better be meatless, I swear to God.
Yeah, Rose's is actually different than all of yours, since you're like being observant of like the soup. Rose's has like different kind of like stuff in it, and it's more so like it has like a lot of leafies in it, like a lot of leafies and stuff, and you can tell that the broth looks different on Rose's.
Don't worry, yours is still vegetarian.
Oh, all right. I wasn't too sure.
Oh yes, I'm so sorry. Yes, yours is completely meat-free.
That's very considerate of you, sir.
Yes.
I'd like to take care of my guests, especially ones that are just like me. It's been a long time since I've been with other goblins, and he looks a bit upset at that.
You knew other goblins, or are you talking about way back?
What was it like in the before times? Before the weird war thing that fucked everything up?
The before times. Time that I would like to go back to. Before the Radiant Wars, I was really young, but not too young. Goblin customs were pretty much different everywhere, but we were all over the place. Usually we lived in the wilderness. I lived in a tribe. It was a very new tribe. One of my ancestors was the tribe leader. It was kind of just like every day you wake up in the morning, you have breakfast, and then you go out on a hunt with some people and some stay back to do other chores and such. It was basically like living your life in the wilderness. It was amazing, and you were one with nature, and just nobody from the outside disturbed you ever, really. I know other goblin tribes typically would sometimes interfere with kingdoms and such, but mine didn't do that.
All right. Was your name always Marbles?
Yes, it was always Marbles.
That's nice. I'd
He
assume anyone who
smiles.
lived as long as you to take a few different names.
Oh, I definitely have sometimes, but I always try to keep something marble-oriented.
I see. Well,
Might I ask how each of you came up with your own names, if that is okay?
Rose is just clicking her tail. That's all she has to do.
Well, yours is a bit self-explanatory.
Well, oh, go on.
No, go ahead.
I guess I named myself Bolt for a few different reasons. I'm all right with the electricity and all that. It doesn't bother me. And I think bolts are the little things that go in sort of mechanical objects. And she pulls out her gun.
Oh my!
She's
And he,
not
like-
pointing it at him. She's just holding it.
I know.
In her
And
two
he
hands.
and he kind of like leans over as much as he can to like look, and he's like, "You made that yourself?"
Yeah, yeah, with spare parts I could find. It's how I got out.
My! I am in the presence of a future professor, and he smiles.
Oh.
She kind of like blushes.
I don't really know what that means, but I think it was a compliment, so...
Oh, it's like me. I am a professor. I take my knowledge and I share it with people.
Yeah, I kind of do that, I think. I try.
Well, it looks so far that you've been doing it with the rest of your friends here, and he smiles and looks at everybody else.
And I'm just nodding, like, Bolt is very smart. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, he says that all the time. She kind of smiles.
She is
It's because it is true.
She's very smart, yes. And that's not just a nom speaking, I think everyone thinks that. And Rose gives a smile.
She looks really embarrassed.
Well, I'm
That's
glad to
very
be
true.
in the presence of another scholar, I could say. Well, potential scholar. Have you ever thought about going to Enchantium U?
Oh, I mean, we talked about it, but I haven't gone. I was trying to meet smart people.
Well, I'd like to think I am pretty smart. If you'd like, I can give you all private lessons if being in public places is not really a comfortable thing yet.
She's nodding her head furiously.
He just kind of like chuckles. Well, then consider it done whenever you all want it.
I think with names, maybe this is different. I don't know if you all know who your parents were or not. But on occasion, well, particularly with us, and she kind of like gestures to her like person, and she's like, weirdly enough, we all knew our mothers, and our mothers were all named after flowers, and so my mother's name was Dahlia, and she named me Nigella. And Nigella is also known as Love in the Mist, so Misty became my nickname from her, but that's all.
Oh, my. Well, that's rather interesting, but I like the going on theme.
We didn't tell anyone that we were naming each other. It kind of felt like our own special secret thing.
Well, it's a good thing to have, I'd say. It's sad, naming each other and naming our children and generations beyond. It shouldn't have to be a secretive thing. It's sad what happened to our species.
Generally, the people around me were like, they all had to turn in like fins with them, so we kind of just used that to call ourselves. We didn't have moms or anything. I don't even think I have a mom. She doesn't seem too bothered though.
You have to have a mom somewhere. Something gave birth to you, I guess, but
maybe I sprouted from the ground. Who knows?
Who knows? That's true.
I don't have a mom.
Oh.
I figured it's pretty common not to know who your mother is.
Yes, it sounds like perhaps over there they must have taken the young after they were born and put them somewhere else. At least that's what I would imagine happening.
I'm pretty sure the only reason I knew was because we all had golden wool were all used for the same purpose. So we were just kind of kept together.
So maybe...
Oh, sorry.
You're fine. So maybe it was kind of like a herd thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, kind of squints at Nigella because she's super dirty. Trying to see what she means about golden wool.
If y'all would get me soap, as she looks at Bolt, who's squinting, if you would get me soap eventually, you could see.
Bolt, like, jumps when she realizes she's called out.
You also could probably use a haircut. It's been a couple of decades.
Well, I have a bathroom that you could use, and I have a tub in there. I also have soap in there.
You have soap?
Yes?
Isn't that a rarity?
No. Soap is very easy to find.
Nigella gets up halfway through dinner and just runs to the bathroom.
And there she goes.
You even know where you're going? She'll find it,
Nope.
I guess.
It's not hard to find.
Did you say what? What did you say?
I just said she'll find it, I guess.
Oh, I thought you said she's pregnant, I guess. And I was like, what?
Oh
That's a wild thing to say. No.
It's not hard to find. I'm sure she will find it.
She's got really good passive investigation. She'll find it.
Yeah, it's not hard to find the bathroom. So, you guys... sorry, you go on.
How did you get your name?
Anam looks uncomfortable.
It's just what they called me. Anam Kelti. I don't. I
What
just
did you
thought it
say?
was my
Anam?
name. Kelti. It's just what they called me. I don't. So I took it as my name.
Did we agree on what language that was supposed to be, Girk?
I don't think so.
Okay.
And can you, like, spell it, like, the whole, like, thing out for me in DMs?
Yeah.
Because I know that I have picked up, like, some Dwarvish based on, like, the head scientist basically only speaking Dwarvish around me. Because he thought I wouldn't understand it.
I'd like to think the lead scientist probably changed what his language was depending on who he was talking to, because I know he had common subjects, so he liked to change the language he was speaking in.
You bastard.
Yeah, so you tell me if you think there's a cool tie-in somewhere.
Right now I'm thinking... like something either like those two. Spelled it wrong, but, you know.
Yeah, it has been decided.
Alright. No, you would not know what Anam's name means. Well,
okay.
But, hold on, let me check Professor. He has languages, he doesn't know all of them, surprisingly. Oh, yep, he knows it. Did you say... Anam... Anam... Kaliti?
Yes, Anam Kelti. And that's what they...
Well, I might be wrong. But I believe that is Elvish, and I believe that's Elvish for lost soul.
Anam looks even more uncomfortable and just sort of gets quiet, which I don't think anyone has seen him quiet.
Yeah, Bolt is sufficiently weirded out when this is going on. Because Anam's generally pretty open.
Professor Marble kind of frowns and he like looks between all of them like, oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
I didn't know that. Did you know that, Anna?
I want to make a check real quick after him hearing that. That's
Balance?
a natural 20, so I'm going to say he rages and Wild Surge activates.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. Ah! Soup goes flying.
Soup is literally flying everywhere.
So for like 6 seconds, flowers and vines grow around him, and you guys hear a new voice. Nature will be your end. Just for 6 seconds, and then it's gone. His rage stops.
Oh my. I'm sorry.
Sorry. I didn't.
No, I apologize. I should have been more careful with my words. I'm sorry.
Oh, gross. Bold has like soup down her front.
Oh no, Bold.
Oh my.
Rose is gonna try and find something to help her clean that up.
Yeah, Professor Marble's already like gotten up and he's like handing like a cloth to Bolt. Does anyone else need one?
Hey, I'm fine. I thought that looked cool actually.
Nom still looks very uncomfortable.
I'm trying to get soup off her clothes.
I'm terribly sorry.
Yeah. Now I know what my name means. So.
Well, I'm not sure if that's a good thing. Just based on how you reacted to it.
Would prestidigitation help clean both
Yeah, it will.
Oh yeah. Prestidigitation is the best spell.
There you go. All clean.
Thanks.
Oh,
that was really gross.
Oh, you use prestidigitation. Oh, very handy.
Yeah, I use it sometimes.
That's very smart.
She's nodding her head and giving a smile. Yes.
Well, sorry to have somewhat down the mood. I have a couple of rooms upstairs. Would you all like to stay in those tonight?
Well, we're gonna go somewhere first. Actually,
we have to let our friends know that we're staying somewhere else.
Oh, I see. Oh, you have friends?
Well, he's not here right now, but one of us has friends in Enchantium.
What were their names?
The performer we were telling you about.
Yeah.
I know, but they're friends.
I think it was Zorte and Atlas.
Then he kind of perks up oh, I know those two.
Oh, okay. She doesn't really know what to do with that information.
Do you know a lot of people?
Very small world.
How do you know them? Oh, are you at the school? Is that why?
Yes, I teach a couple of classes there at Enchantium U, but actually, Atlas used to be one of my students.
She's nodding, that makes sense. He's pretty old.
Do you know how to duel too?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Do you know how to duel too?
I do not know how to duel. It's not my sport.
Okay.
Somewhere Atlas is shiver runs down his spine. He's someone's talking about me.
Sorry Someone is talking about me. Well, if you'd like, I can show you all the rooms upstairs, but you can go on ahead and do what you were all going to do. Did you want me to accompany you at all?
No. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't. We're not gonna put you out your way.
Oh,
Mom
it's
looks
not putting me
confused.
out of my way.
Rose is like, I don't know how. She's gonna like refer to. I guess Bolt would probably be the closest to her and be like, I don't know how he would react to that thing.
She's gonna telepathy to Rose.
I don't know how. I'm really bad at lying. Last time I lied, one of us almost died, so maybe you should lie.
Yeah, sure. And she's gonna be like, oh, it's completely boring. It's just we're going to see some of our friends that helped us get here. They're not goblins, they're just ordinary people.
Only deception.
Yeah. This wasn't recorded, but last time, like in our very first session, she tried to lie to the warden and like tell him, I think, that they were working like in the room after they had like broken out, and he was like, she rolled like a negative something, and he
was like
started
-2, right?
beating the shit out of someone. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least she didn't roll like a 0 to someone who could
I think she rolled a 0.
Yeah.
Let's just say yesterday,
Gotcha,
Jeff had
bitch.
to spend like half an hour to be like, let's not kill this character off.
Gotcha, bitch. He kind of like raises an eyebrow at Rose, but he doesn't question it. He kind of just shrugs his shoulders. He's like, all right. Well, I will be working on some things probably late at night in my study. I always prefer working in the middle of the night.
Yeah, you go do that. We'll be back later. It shouldn't take too long. They probably want to go to sleep soon. She has no idea he caught out on her line. She's been lying so well that she's like, yeah, no one can. So she's like, yeah, they will probably want to sleep soon, so we best get on our way.
He smiles and he nods and he's like, the door will be unlocked. And he goes ahead and he leaves and he's heading to the kitchen. He's probably going to start cleaning stuff up.
Rose is gonna look at Cobalt and be like, should we bring her along?
As you look at Cobalt, you notice she looks very sick.
Oh.
She's like kind of like leaning over.
Okay.
Is she okay?
I'm fine, but travel? I'll probably have to sit this one out.
Maybe someone should watch her if we're worried about what he would do. But I don't think her being here by herself would be the best idea.
Let's wait. Okay, hold on. Shit.
She's going to grab Cobalt by the arm and just pull her out of the chair and like start like a little forcefully bringing her out of the place.
She like gets up and follows you. She's kind of like clutching her stomach.
Oh.
I'm not there. When we're outside, she's going to turn to her and, like, when we're far enough away from the place where she thinks it would be safe to start talking, just turns to her and says,
"That was stupid. Why did you eat that?"
I only ate like 2 spoons. You were all eating it.
Did you even look at it or check it?
I did.
Aren't you a scientist?
It looked the same as yours.
I don't think he likes you very much. I don't know why you would eat that.
She kind of like runs a hand through her hair. Like, it looked the same as yours.
Well, if you feel like you're dying, maybe let me know because I think I'm the only one here who can help you.
I don't think I'm dying. I just feel sick.
You're not
I
allowed
can
to
come-
die. That's the easy way out. You still have to help me.
Believe me, I do not plan it. I can come with you all. It's just I just am a bit. I'm not 100%.
Rose is going to smirk and be like, an arm. I think someone needs to be carried.
Anam will absolutely pick up and carry anybody who asks.
Someone needs to be carried? Okay. Who?
Cobalt, look at the poor woman. She can barely, like, Rose is trying not to laugh as she's saying this. She can barely stand. She needs to be carried the entire way.
Anam immediately picks up Cobalt.
Okay.
You should try to throw up if you can. Sometimes it makes you feel better.
I'm gonna go do that right now. And she, like, goes outside.
Not cleaning her up, Rose is going to say.
It's disgusting.
Yep. Let's hope she hasn't got anything on her then.
Well, kind of wrinkles her nose.
Would she come back with
Did she come back after her puke party?
How quick do you think she can puke?
Huh?
How quick do you think she can puke?
I don't know. Just a quick little.
Hold on, I need to roll something.
I don't know. Cobalt and Charlotte are the same.
Yeah, exactly. What the hell?
No, I mean they probably like she was essentially poisoned a lot, so I feel like she did throw up a lot.
Oh god.
What did I miss in the while I was AFK there for a moment? Did somebody poison the soup?
No, Cobalt's soup was fucking poisoned probably. And she's feeling sick.
After a couple moments, she does come back. She looks winded.
Puke.
A lot. And she, like, leans her forehead against the wall.
Rose is gonna cast precipitation to just get rid of any puke smell.
God.
You feel any better?
I mean, I feel like I just puked my guts out.
I'm getting that better.
I actually think I might have something.
She's gonna dig through her bag and pull out a potion of vitality.
It's not like the other one.
She, like, squints her eyes.
You should know what this is.
I'm looking at it. She, like, takes it and she, like, looks over it a bit. Swishes it around. Like, lets out a sigh. And then she does uncork it and she, like, drinks it.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I wasn't done. I was going to say thank you.
She's like the slanted mouth emoji.
Slanted mouth emoji.
I still think an arm should carry her though. I feel like she would be dead weight. I mean, more so than she already is.
Oh, yes. Of course. And she rolls her eyes.
But you can actually be useful for this. You saw a lot of weird stuff in there, right?
Some of it.
Then maybe you can help us identify what this bin is. So, yes, taking you along will be a good idea.
Yes, but isn't your other friend taking a bath right now?
You're right. We should probably bring her. She did just tell us about not going places without everyone's help.
Exactly. And she's gonna go sit on a chair. She's kind of just holding her stomach still, and she like leans back.
She's gonna like telepathy to Cobalt.
Why aren't you more concerned? That guy just tried to poison you.
I deserve it, don't I?
I'm not saying you don't, but I need you to be alive.
Maybe a part of me knew it was poisoned. Maybe a part of me decided to just eat it anyways.
Why?
She just doesn't really respond.
Well, if you keep doing stupid things, am I going to have to watch over you? Do I have to babysit you?
No, you don't have to babysit me.
And stop acting like a baby.
They're speaking telepathically.
Oh, fuck, sorry.
Then stop acting like a baby.
I'm not acting like a baby.
Rose over here. I'm in your thoughts.
I'm in here.
Babies puke.
And she kind of like smiles a little bit, like kind of a little shit smile. Like this is a very strange expression to see on Vault.
Yeah, Cobalt can't help but smile at that, but she quickly covers her face with her hand. Ugh. Yeah, babies puke. Got a point there.
Yeah, so don't do stupid things. I shouldn't have to tell you that.
I suppose. And she like moves her hand away from her face. She's like emotionless again.
Mm-hmm.
Just like looking up at the ceiling, holding her stomach still.
Vault saw it though. She saw that shit.
I saw that shit.
Yeah, she's like,
I saw that shit.
no,
You're a
she's
real girl,
really
Cobalt.
curious. I shall leave her alone.
Just wait for Nigella.
Yeah.
Nigella, scrub, and dubba in the tub.
Yeah, she's waiting for you to knock on the door, actually. She's taking her time.
Oh, fuck.
She's like clipping her nails and shit.
Yeah, Rose will like
be so beautiful.
Whenever you're ready, you can knock on the door, but she's just going at it.
Yeah, Rose will get a little impatient after a little time, and she's like, "I'm gonna go get her," and she's got to like knock heavily on the door, though she's not strong, so it'd be a strong knock for her, whether it's a strong knock as well. That's for the door to the top.
What? Do you need something?
We're going.
Oh, okay. Give me. Nigella opens the door. Give me like 1 second, and behind her you can see like 20 years of dirt and matted hair, and she's like holding a dagger and like giving herself a haircut with a dagger. She's like, give me like 1 second. There's this like one spot I can't really reach that well.
Do you want me to help you?
Can you? It's like right on my back. It's like I'm not like as flexible as I used to be, and and she just hands you a dagger.
Like beautiful now? Like did she like is she like a gorgeous golden lady now?
Oh yeah, I have a picture.
Oh, I want to see her.
Yes,
Gorgeous golden lady.
So here's the picture. My little golden girl.
Lady.
I love her.
She's literally a golden girl. How the fuck did I not get that?
My little golden girl. Yeah, so like there's like one part that's still like dreaded and matted. That's like in her back, and she can't reach it. You can tell that like her hands are like pointing towards it, but they don't reach. She's like butt ass naked.
Oh my god.
God.
Grandma's naked.
Rose will try and help. Of that bit of magic. Would she be able to reach it?
Like, so it's like lower back area. Nigel will crouch down for you.
Yeah, she's gonna take the dagger and kind of carefully flush it off. There you go. And she's gonna pass the dagger back. Yes. Be down soon. We're going like really soon.
Okay,
Also,
and she starts putting her like clothes on, and she just like quickly puts her clothes on. And she's like, these feel so much nicer when they're like kind of loose now.
That does look like a lot of fur.
Yeah, and Nigella just like closes the door to the bathroom covered in dirt and grime and hair behind her and walks behind Rose.
Yes, we're going. We're not even paying attention to that dirty bathroom.
Dude, you literally just went to this dude's house, like clogged all his pipes and left.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he kind of deserves it for trying to poison Cobalt.
No, I mean
so.
valid. Yeah, fair. Extremely fair.
Yeah, Rose is gonna like scamper back down to the others. Like, right, we're going now. She's nice and clean, see? And she's gonna like use prestidigitation to make like little sparkles around Nigella, just to make her even more like sparkly looking.
Did you drink another longevity potion? You look different. She's like squinting at her, like looking around her, like, damn, she looks like.
I only had the one. This potion was called soap, and it works really well. I also gave myself a little bit of a haircut, and it feels really nice. Sometimes I don't really. It's hard when you get a little older to do that. But yeah, this is me. Can you imagine what I looked like back in the day when I was young and hot and
Bolt just looks away.
Oh.
If you make me more of those longevity potions, you can see me in my form of glory.
Oh my god.
And Nigella winks at Bolt.
Bolt is fucking dead.
Rose is kind of tapping her foot now, and she's like, okay, we're going now.
Cobalt kind of like looks to Anom and is like, can you help me out, please?
Of course. And he'll pick her up.
Oh. I didn't mean that, but okay.
Just
What?
It's fine.
What happened to her?
I have no idea, but she does not feel good.
Bolt's gonna telepathy to Nigella about like what happened, like tell her that she got poisoned from the soup. And that she puked. So and she had a potion, so it's fine.
Oh, why is your voice in my head?
Oh, did you not know that I can do that? Oh, maybe I never did that to you. But yeah, I can do that. It's just me.
That's useful. I like that. Can you teach me how to do that?
I don't remember learning how to do it. I think I've always just been able to do it.
Okay.
I didn't really have anyone to talk to, though, or even if I did, they didn't really listen.
Nigella's gonna like crouch down and just with her giant hand pat Bolt on the head.
Oh, thanks.
I think Casper was right.
Huh? About what?
This weird professor guy not being super trustworthy.
Of course I'm right. I'm always right.
Oh
the
my
night guest
goodness.
is always
Shut
right.
Shut up.
You don't know how to shut up.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck up.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Night Guest.
Fucking delete it.
Your name is Casper. It's the first step to actually being cool is to stop trying to be cool.
I am cool. You can't even
So-
see me right now. And he like does a spin, but you can see him.
I can
Oh my-
completely see you. Nice little
Stop.
pirouette, my dude.
No, you can't see me.
Casper. I can see you.
Don't say that out loud.
She just
Wait, can we
grumbles and just
actually see
looks
him
away.
right now? Like,
Huh?
he's
No,
visible?
only Nigella can see him.
Oh, okay, thank fucking god. I was like, we have to get out of here.
I don't think, yeah. Do you guys know yet about the ghosties? I think I've spoken to them.
She mentioned the ghosties, but I don't think, like, anything other than that. I think she mentioned, like, once.
Awesome. Yeah, that's all. I'm just curious, because I can't remember what I have and haven't said about that.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
No, I think that you've told us once. You talked to Gumdrop about them at one point, but none of us were there for it.
I think it might have been also, like, very first, like, when we were very first in the cave. Like, she mentioned something about it, but I don't know. I think she only said, like,
I think I was scolding Casper when we first met him and was pretty loud about it.
Oh, okay, maybe that's where I know.
Yeah.
So I was like, she said it in front of us, because she's definitely said it in front of not Cobalt, Gumdrop.
Yeah,
But yeah.
definitely. Well, Gumdrop knows everything.
So
We should probably get out of here. I know that Rose wanted to take a look at what we saw before.
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Are we sure this is a good idea?
Nope.
I don't know. I just didn't want her to go alone.
We're looking at the crack after this.
What?
Crack?
Well, oh yeah, it was a crack of radiant magic. Don't.
Oh, you shouldn't touch radiant magic or mess with radiant magic.
I would
It's
like
not
to
good.
take a look at this radiant magic crack.
Well, we'll be passing it because we passed it on the way here, and it was after the encounter. So I guess we can look at the crack.
We don't have to.
No.
need more
I'm dragging.
information on it.
I'm dragging you out here so we can at least look at the crack.
If you want advice, we should probably look at the tunnel first and then crack, because maybe if the tunnel goes any deeper, maybe it's connected.
Yes, actually really smart.
Yes, and Rosie's gonna look at Anam and Nigella. You're both very strong. It seems to have been blocked. Maybe you guys could, like, open it up for us.
I'm assuming you guys are walking and talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on the way out.
Okay. You guys go through the gates, and you guys walk back the way you came from. You walk past the bridge that's kind of in shambles, and you walk back to where you saw the tunnel. And you guys arrive back at the tunnel.
It's a dead hand still there.
Dead hand? Yeah. Fuck.
Oh god, yeah, fucking dead hand.
Yeah.
Rose looks a little in awe, and she's like, I wonder if we should try getting in there, or maybe I should try to talk to it again. It might just tell me to go away again, though. I could. Oh, idea. If Anam, could you try and lift up the boulder, and I'll go in invisible, and then it can't see me, so it can't.
Okay.
And I'm gonna set set Cobalt down and put the squishy friend in her arms and say,
"You be careful with him, okay?"
And I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna go hide in the bush.
I'm gonna pat him on the head.
It's like, you stay here for a moment.
And I will I guess I'll try and lift the boulder. That's what they asked, right?
Yeah. There's a couple of rocks blocking the way.
Athletics check? Or...
Yeah, athletics or strength.
There's an
Doesn't
explosion
matter.
on me.
Oh my god!
I get rid of it. Fuck.
That is a 12. Can I give it one more shot?
Yeah, or you can ask for help, assistance.
Yeah, Rose is going to tug on it.
Much better. That's 25.
Can you help?
Okay, you kind of lift a couple of others out of the way. You start with the small ones first when you prove that you can't really lift the first big ones because they're kind of wedged in there. So you start pulling the small ones out first, and that makes way for the large ones, and then you are able to kind of open up the way, and you notice the dead body on the floor. It looks like it's been decaying for some time, but it doesn't seem animated in any sort of way.
Gross.
As soon as it revealed, Road's gonna cast invisibility on herself, and I'm gonna roll her magic die.
Oh no. Firebolt incoming.
No, we're good.
Nope.
We're good. Yeah. So she's just gonna disappear from like where she was standing behind you and like pat your shoulder as she passes and is like, "Thank you. I'll call if anything happens."
Okay.
You're going in there by yourself? Wasn't the point of everyone here coming so that you wouldn't be alone?
I'm invisible, and if everyone waits by the hall, if something happens, then I can, guys can rush in and help me.
Kind of like rolls her eyes.
You were sick. You don't have any. You're not allowed to say anything.
Whatever, I'm not allowed to say anything anyways.
God, I want to know what code is rolling now.
Sorry, I'm testing out my pistol rolls because they got fucked up.
Okay. So yeah, Rose is gonna enter the cave.
Okay, you kind of like enter the cave. It does seem to go down further. It kind of like slants down.
She's going to take note of that, but she's also gonna look around for that creature.
So far in this narrow passageway, you don't really see anything.
And then she's just gonna say in her animal speak, "Hey, are you here?"
You don't really get a response.
Oh. And she's gonna like, even though they won't be able to see her because she's invisible, she's like, I don't think it's here, but the tunnel does go a bit further. Should we go check?
Anam just shrugs his shoulders, looks back at everyone else.
I'm not sure. As far as I could tell, most of us don't even have supplies for traveling through caves. And she's kind of like clutching her stomach harder.
I mean, are you okay? Did the potion not work?
I don't know.
Are you alright?
I feel tingly.
Tingly?
Yes.
Tingling. What does that mean?
It's like... I can't really describe it. It's like someone's electrocuting you just enough. She like kind of winces as she says that and like looks away from Bolt.
Yeah, she looks uncomfortable.
Can't imagine how that feels.
Yeah, she kind of like she kind of like lays down a bit, but she like reaches a hand out. It's like kind of like clutching the ground, like it's getting to like some notable like pain levels.
Oh, God. Okay. She's just gonna stick by her and monitor her. Am I able to do some sort of check to figure out exactly what's happening?
You can roll perception.
Okay, 17. Oh fuck! It's a self roll. It's a 17, but
It's 7.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's persuasion.
Shit! Why my persuasion's even worse than my perception? My perception is +3.
Oh, okay. Then you got like what? 22?
21.
Okay, 21. You kind of like looking over it. She looks like she's kind of like in pain. She's like clutching her stomach and like clutching like the grass in front of her and stuff. But like as you're like looking at her, you notice like her fingernails, they kind of got a metallic shine to them now.
What is that? She's gonna just, without even asking, like take her hand and look at her nails. Does it look similar to my like onyx crystals?
A little bit.
I like hold it up to one of the crystals, like poking out of her shoulder.
Oh my. And her face kind of like whitens up, like she looks uncomfortable.
Can Nigella also take a look? Because I mean, like, I can't move my character, but I should.
You can't move it? Oh
no! For some reason, it says the game is paused for me.
Oh, that's weird. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Oh, there we
It's
go.
Unpause.
Unpaused. No.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Roll perception.
8.
8?
8.
You don't really notice anything. You notice the same thing as Bolt, because she's pointing it out. It's
Okay.
the metallic kind of like fingernails.
I shouldn't have drank that soup.
Don't tell me. Yeah, I know. I get it.
Casper.
Does it hurt?
Kind of, but not really.
Casper.
Casper's kind of like
Casper?
hovering around,
Casper.
and then like, hold on, he
Feel
pops
when
up right here. Boop! Yes.
How did it feel when we turned you into a goblin?
Well, it was painful for a couple of seconds. Oh no, do you think this is what's happening to... Oh no.
I don't know, but I wonder if maybe the effects are lesser because you drank less of it, but they're also more painful because you didn't have the full potion.
I don't know. And then he like disappears.
This one.
But you can still see him. He kind of like goes
I'm wrangling
into
a
behind
bunch
the
of
mushrooms.
children.
I'm not a child.
I'm not talking about you, but talking about Casper, Gumdrop, this one.
I am
Just
not
was
a
Cobalt.
child.
I don't care, you're acting like one.
Rogue's still invisible. He's going to tap Bolt's shoulder, not even realizing that she's still invisible.
What's that?
Oh, it was me. Did you want to stay here and keep an eye on her?
I mean, maybe. I think I might be the only other person who knows what is happening.
All right. If you stay here, just talk in my head if you need any help. I will run back out there, and
I have to be able to see you.
If
I had my the thing I was planning on making, then I could talk to you or communicate with you, but I don't have it yet. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We won't be long, okay? Just you'll be okay, all right?
Okay.
And she's gonna look at Nigella, like, can you come with me, please?
All right.
And she's gonna lead Nigella to the cave with the dead body.
The dead body!
Just in another
You guys
body.
notice, Nigel, you notice the dead body as soon as you walk into the cave. It looks like it's been rotting for some time.
Is it fully dead?
Yeah, it looks fully dead.
This is the one they were speaking to, correct?
No.
No.
Nope. It's
What were
just
they
a dead body they saw.
Can she go up and like investigate the dead body, see what it is, how it died, anything like that?
Yeah. Roll me investigation. Or medicine.
Natural 20 plus 6.
Lit. So when you're looking over this thing, you're picking out like little details of this body. You can tell that they might have been like human, but as you're like kind of like looking at them and stuff, you can tell that there's like parts of them that look like they were growing, but they have stopped. So like there's like things like claws, and then there's like a little bit of like a horn on the top of its forehead. But it looks dead. You don't see any like kind of like puncture wounds or anything, or like any signs of bruising or anything, but you do notice like a somewhat tinted color, kind of like spit kind of dried up in their mouth.
You said there's a horn on their head.
Yeah, like a half-grown horn.
Do I know like what exactly like this dead body was? Do they look like they're like they used to be human or used to be like halfling?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, they used to be human.
used to?
Look like they were mid-transformation, but they're dead, so...
Oh. I have a theory, but I think Nigella would also have this theory. I forget that I'm finally playing a smart character. It looks she's gonna take her finger and she's gonna put it in the dried up spit and see if touch it and see if it does anything.
When you put your finger in the dried up spit, gross. When you lift your finger back up, it kind of dragged a little bit of this purple looking dust.
She's gonna sniff her finger.
Oh my god, it smells rancid.
Wonderful. Does this look similar to the goblin transformation that usually happens with the potion? But gone wrong.
With the radiancy potion?
Yeah, the radiancy potion. I'm sorry.
No. The radiancy potion doesn't really... You can't really tell, but you can tell maybe they might have been transforming into something similarly, but you don't know what kind of potion it could have been, or if they drank a potion, or what.
Do you think that because... So here's the thing. I'm assuming this is a pretty tragic death, correct?
Sure seems like it.
Is it possible to, see if their spirit is somewhere nearby?
Yeah. I don't know what I'd have you roll for me for that. Maybe charisma? Just a straight charisma check? Or wisdom?
Charisma.
Either way.
Get out of here.
I'd say wisdom, maybe?
Wisdom?
I don't know.
I'm better at wisdom. I'll take that.
Yeah, I'd say just a straight up wisdom check.
Natural 1.
Nice. You don't see any kind of spirits anywhere?
Is there anything else around the cave? Or does it go deeper?
Roll me investigation? It goes deeper, you could tell that, but just for the general area you're in, if you want to check out and see if you see any key details, just roll investigation.
14?
14? You see scratches on the walls where some of the rocks that Anam had moved out of the way. There's like some scratches on them, and there's some scratching on the walls, but that's about it.
Well, he's like impatiently jumping like up and down so people can hear our footsteps. And she's like, "Oh, are we going down then?"
Oh. This is a very peculiar thing that we found here. Can you give me like 2 minutes? And Nigella pulls out her journal and she does like a quick sketch of like the dead body and its like transformations and takes a couple of notes about it and then puts her journal away.
Okay. Bolt, can you roll me a perception?
Sure can.
For camp partner.
Partner, that's a 17 partner. Wow, she's rolling pretty well.
17 partner. You're just kind of like looking over Cobalt. And she's just like laying on the ground at this point. She's still like obviously in pain. And as she like grinds her teeth together, you notice her teeth are getting sharp.
Oh no. I don't know how to help.
She's gonna touch her and cast guidance, but she really doesn't know how to help with this.
Your teeth are getting sharper. Are you still conscious?
She kind of waves her hand in front of her.
Yeah, I'm conscious. You notice as she's like talking, her tongue is also kind of forked. No.
Oh shit.
Your tongue is different.
That's fun. She looks like pale, like just not good. It looks like she's like even like sweating a little bit.
God. Bolt is the worst person to help someone through this because all she did was cry.
Yeah, she's like breathing heavily and she's just on her side.
God. If you start feeling like you're dying, maybe let me know and I can cast a spell on you.
I'm not dying. Just painful. I feel sick. Hot.
That's familiar.
I'm turning into something, aren't I?
Yeah, you are.
It's okay.
Why is it okay?
I deserve it, don't I?
I don't know what you want my response to be to that.
I want you to agree with me.
Feels like kicking someone when they're already down.
It's what's been happening already.
Well, maybe I'm done with that.
Well, why then?
Why what?
Why are you done with that?
Because you're going to help me.
It's not like I have a choice.
Well, if you didn't, would you? Would you help me if you had a choice?
Kind of like sighs, but she's like breathing heavily anyways. Probably.
And that's fine. Like I said, I'm not like you, so maybe I'm nicer than you.
I've already been able to tell that you're probably nicer than me.
I'm not going to hug you like a nom, but I'm not going to kill you or hurt you. I don't see a reason why we need to be enemies. I'm not your friend, but we're on the same side, like I said.
I guess so. And like you notice that like certain parts of like her skin are changing color.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Does it look
Like
like
on the-
she's turning into a goblin, or does it look like she's turning into something else?
Well, some parts of like her skin, like there's like little spots like by her like ear, which is turning pointy and bigger.
Boy. Oh boy.
Some of the skin is turning just black.
Woo.
Changing a lot.
I can't see, but I can feel it.
It'll be okay. She does not sound convinced at all, but she's trying to comfort her in the most awkward way possible. She kind of sits down next to her on the ground and just is monitoring her.
She just kind of like looks at you, and this time she does a small smile.
Excuse me. Looks away.
All right, back to the others. What are they doing?
I think once Nigella is done getting the dead bodies, Rose is just gonna grab both of their hands. She's very impatient, and she's gonna start like leading them down the the tunnel.
What are you trying to do? I can't hear you that well.
Oh, sorry. One sec. I might be able to solve that. Sorry.
But I am gonna end the session after you tell me what you want to do.
She was saying they were gonna start like going down the tunnel. She was gonna take an arms in Nigella's hands because she's impatient, and she's like somewhat dragging them down the tunnel.
Okay.
Yep.
And I'm gonna end the session unless you guys actually want to continue, but it's up to you.
I'm good. That was a good session.
Yeah.
I am waiting for Bolt to call Chief Comfort Blanket over to.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Are you all in the tunnel?
We're in the tunnel.
He was hanging out outside the tunnel there for a bit. So.
Oh no! Rose dragged you. Rose dragged you both in.
Smartest idea in the world.
Goes all together, so we don't party splits the party anyway. Fuck.
Yeah. What I was going to say is there was time to call him over if you wanted to call him over and make him aware of what was going on if you thought it was needed.
Okay. I don't.
If you want to do that, you can do that. I can time bubble it.
Yeah.
It's all good for now. I'm quite hungry actually and would like to go find some food.
Hungry.
You go find food.
I'm vibing. I'm chilling. If people have questions, I can answer them. Some stuff might have been unclear, but
Cobalt can smile?
She can
smile. Yeah, she can.
Smile twice. I made her smile twice. It's on, bitches.
It's on, bitches.
It's gonna
Smiles
become a part
already.
again.
She has a hidden ability, and that's smile.
My new daughter.
Yeah, I gotta make some new art for her already. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Oh,
I mean, I can't
Everyone
make
around us transforms into a goblin.
Yeah, I have to make goblin versions of everyone just in case.
Hell yeah.
Or like that. I like that she's turning into like whatever the hell type of goblin. I'm sorry, that sounded rude. Whatever type of goblin Bolt is, though. I feel like that's very nice.
She's turning
I could
into
be wrong.
what?
She seems to be. I don't like. Obviously, we don't know exactly, but she seems to be turning into something similar to Bolt, right?
You know what? Maybe.
because that feels really good, actually.
Appropriate.
It
Yeah.
feels appropriate.
Okay,
Like she
I'm
was
gonna.
given something, and that's why your potion didn't work because it's not considered poison what she was given.
Yeah, I wasn't
so-
sure if she was straight up poisoned or not, or like diseased, but I was like, oh shit, like I gotta give her that potion because she doesn't
Like, she
fucking
wasn't-
die.
Yeah, she wasn't given what you thought she was given. It's you
I
guys
didn't know
have
what
it.
she was given, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just give her that.
Yeah, like she was given. You already know what it is, but you won't. I won't say what it is, but you guys
my fucking
definitely have had it
radiancy
once.
potion.
No,
No,
I'll say that. Nope.
Oh no!
No, no.
Oh no! It's the potion of great consequence.
Oh no, don't. It's not, is it?
I think it
I mean, I
is.
don't know.
Every time, yeah. Every
Yeah,
time someone
yeah,
drinks
it gotta
it,
be that.
something
It gotta
bad
be that
happens.
now.
I think that this would be qualified as something bad for Cobalt for sure.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I think it's like this potion literally makes your worst fucking nightmare come true. At least that's kind of what the vibe I'm getting from it. So that's fun.
It's like, oh god, I'm turning into one of those goblins.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was talking to my
Becoming
mom. What was that?
cooler.
Become cooler. If you genuinely do want to, like, I don't know, like edit the art that she does have,
Yeah.
I could tell you what she'd look like at least in headshot, but she's not
Yeah.
just like turning into a goblin. It's other
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Tell me what she looks like. But I'm gonna end this stream, so that
Valid.
we're all Gucci. But yeah, this was a really fun session.
Yeah.
Very spicy session.
Spicy?
I always
Spicy.
try.
Yeah.
Say bye.
Bye.